Right now, a man suspected of physically and sexually assaulting a UW-Madison student is now in police custody. We're live with the latest on his arrest and what police are revealing about the case.
Also, bond is set for a former police officer after he tried to obstruct a crash investigation into his own vehicle.
And later, health experts prepare for another busy flu season as the school year begins. You can spot the difference between the flu and COVID-19. You're watching News 3 Now at 6. We begin with Madison police arresting a man this morning suspected of assaulting a UW-Madison student.
This brutal attack happened early Sunday morning. Online records show 26-year-old Brandon Thompson was booked into the Dane County Jail just after 7 o'clock this morning on tentative charges of first-degree reckless injury, first-degree sexual assault, and strangulation. Thompson is accused of attacking a woman in the area between West Wilson and Bedford Streets. The victim was taken to a local hospital with severe injuries but is expected to survive.
Now, earlier this afternoon, Madison police held a press conference on the arrest. For more, we go live to Arman Rahman on what was said. Arman?
Yeah, Eric and Charlotte, first off, police did not give a further update on the survivor's condition, other than that she is expected to survive, although Chief Sean Barnes says the best thing to do right now for her and her family is pray. But they did reveal more on what led to Thompson's arrest. He was pulled over by Fitchburg police for a vehicle registration issue. Madison police say video from community members was the linchpin in reading his license plate and identifying him as the alleged perpetrator. Chief Sean Barnes says he has no connection to the survivor.
I think it is one of the most frightening things about it. And, you know, we have to have tough conversations with people who we may know. We don't know what people are dealing with, and certainly we don't know if there was anything in this person's history, but we're going to look into all of that, obviously.
Detectives canvassed the area where the attack happened 3 times, and investigators say they have submitted DNA evidence to the state crime lab. And tonight, we are learning more about the suspect from his attorney, who says he is a graduate of UW-Milwaukee with a criminal justice administration degree. For now, live in downtown Madison, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
Arman, thank you. Now to an update on a string of vandalisms in Fitchburg. Police say they've identified and interviewed a suspect. Residents in the Seminole Hills neighborhood found their vehicles and property vandalized Monday morning. According to law enforcement, a 20-year-old who lives in the neighborhood is believed to be solely responsible for those incidents. Some of the vandalism involved swastikas being carved into property, but police say they did not believe the incident was targeted or hate-based. Temperatures cooling down the rest of the week. Your first warn forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi. Gary?
Still a little humid out here, but those temperatures are definitely coming down compared to the last couple of days, and we will continue to see nice weather as we head into the weekend. Lots of clouds, though. We had a little bit of sunshine this morning, but the clouds have rolled back in, and the atmosphere is unstable enough to pop up a narrow line of showers and thunderstorms. But you can see how those have weakened as they've pushed through far southeastern Wisconsin into northern Illinois. And right now, there's not much in the way of precipitation out there. 3-hour future track radar shows the potential for a few more showers to pop up. I don't think they're going to be as widespread even as what they show there. Areas east of Madison might be more likely to see a shower this evening. High temperatures today topped out 80 in Madison, Lone Rock, Milwaukee 83, but you can see how those temperatures have started to cool down. Milwaukee's still at 78, Madison now at 74, and temperatures are in the 60s over toward La Crosse and out toward the Mississippi River. Prairie du Chien at 69. Across Dane County, temperatures range from 75 degrees in Belleville and 76 in Oregon to 71 in Sauk City. Look for skies to be mostly cloudy this evening. Again, a slight chance for a shower. It'll be breezy with temperatures dropping into the upper 60s. Later on, I'll take a look at the prospects for rain, if any, over the next 10 days and what the temperatures look like as well.
Gary, thank you. The trial for a Madison man accused of killing a woman he'd been living with is now underway. Greg Rather is charged with first-degree homicide, misappropriating ID info to obtain money, and 3 counts of unauthorized use of food stamps. Those charges stem from the July 22nd death of Patricia McCullough. Her body found underneath a stack of dresser drawers and televisions back on September 16, 2021. An autopsy found she died of mechanical asphyxia and blunt force trauma to the torso. An 11-year-old Milwaukee boy set to stand trial in adult court for allegedly murdering his mother. Milwaukee police were called to his home near 87th and Calumet for what was first thought to be an accidental shooting. They found the body of the boy's mother in the basement. She had been shot in the head. Relatives say the boy's motive might have been involved in a virtual reality headset. Now the 11-year-old faces the most serious felony there is, first-degree intentional homicide, and life in prison. The boy's attorneys are indicating they'll try to move the case to juvenile court. That would subject him to significantly lighter sentences.
A $500 signature bond is set for a former Sauk Prairie police officer charged with obstructing an investigation into a crash involving his vehicle late last year. Joel Ludowitz faces one misdemeanor charge of resisting or obstructing an officer stemming from the December 30th crash. Ludowitz's car ended up in the Great Sauk State Trail, but no driver was found. The next morning, he reported the car stolen and was one of the first officers to respond to the crash scene. Dashcam video showed him wiping blood away and removing things from the vehicle while responding. He was put on administrative leave on January 3rd. He resigned later that month.
A 30-year-old man is in custody after Dodgeville police say he tried to set a house on fire last night. Police and fire crews were called to a house on the 300 block of East Merrimack Street around 11:30 p.m. for a report of a fire. Now, it was put out before emergency personnel arrived, and no injuries were reported. The man was arrested at the scene and taken to the Iowa County Jail. He faces tentative charges of arson of a building, criminal damage to property, disorderly conduct, and 3 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety. As we head back to school, something many parents and students, of course, are likely used to at this point is COVID-19.
So should we still be treating the virus differently than other sicknesses you can get at school, like the cold or flu? Well, Catherine Merck spoke to the experts and has a message for parents when it comes to keeping their student healthy. Catherine?
Well, take a look at this dashboard. This is how the State Health Department tracks COVID-19 in our wastewater. And as you can see on this yellow line, in the past couple of months, it's been trending upward. Students are all too familiar with the COVID-19 virus. As we head back to school, the expert I spoke with said you can't quite write it off entirely in terms of your response to it this year.
Fall season is typically when, children go back to school. We start, closing our windows. We're confined in smaller spaces, and it typically is the upper respiratory season.
It's the same story. As the students go back to school, there are more risks for getting sick. But the COVID-19 pandemic changed everyone's outlook on responding to a cough or a stuffed up nose.
And we probably should have done this more, diligently in the past as well, that when you do get sick, stay home from school or work.
This doctor at SSM Health says the symptoms between COVID-19, the flu, and the common cold can overlap.
The only way to really tell is to be tested.
That means even though we've seen fewer masks and less social distancing, it's still important to remember the risks of the virus that once took over our lives.
At some point, when does it just become one of the viruses that we will deal with? And I think we're getting to that level. We're maybe not there yet.
As you head back to school, remember the story hasn't changed too much. You still need to be aware.
Those common sense things really can make a difference.
The doctor still recommends wearing masks, washing your hands, and staying up to date on vaccinations to best protect yourself from COVID-19, especially for those heading back to school. As we approach the fall cold and flu season, there are telehealth options available so you can save the trip to the doctor and get the care you need from home.
Catherine, thank you. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, a new school year is underway at UW-Madison.
Plus, have a new proposal for a part of State Street could affect businesses there. We'll be right back.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Labor Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Today starts the 175th academic year for the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Badger students trekked across campus and up Bascom Hill for the first day of classes. Union South hosted booths from businesses around town to bring some joy for the back-to-schoolers. The streets near campus were busy with cars, bikes, and pedestrians trying to get to class, which were almost as busy as Badger game days.
And speaking of those game days, Badger fans were jumping to get back into Camp Randall for the game against Buffalo on Saturday, but during the game, some fans found the only thing jumping was the audio levels in the stadium, and online attendees complained about the volume and the timing of the music, saying it was played too loudly and also over the officials. In a statement from the UW Athletic Department, school officials say they're aware of the audio issues and will be working on adjusting the levels going forward to make the Camp Randall game day experience the best in the country. The efforts of the stadium team will be tested against the Badger fan sounding board on September 16th. That's when the Badgers return to action at home against Georgia Southern. A new effort to make a section of State Street into a permanent pedestrian walkway is closer to becoming reality.
The area stretching from UW's Library Mall to Gorham Street is frequented by bicycles, pedestrians, buses, and delivery trucks. Kyle Pazorski shares how the proposal could impact businesses along that busy corridor.
By a unanimous vote on Tuesday, the Madison Common Council approved a plan to make part of State Street blocked off to non-emergency vehicle traffic. I spoke to business leaders about what they think of the idea.
I personally think that this was built for the kids, for the students.
Jerry McCoy owns Hemp 1848 on State Street. He tells me that while some businesses might feel the effect of a vehicle blockade, to him, it's not a big deal.
I don't think it'll affect me too much because I can transport and make do, and I think everyone can.
Many business locations on State are older built and don't have access for deliveries other than through their storefronts. If State Street is closed to vehicle traffic, many say their business will be impacted.
If you want to be on State Street, you have to deal with that, and that's not a big price, you know, for the safety of these people here.
McCoy's main concern is that of keeping those on bikes and pedestrians safe from cars and delivery trucks. That sentiment is something echoed by other business leaders I spoke with during my time on State. This store manager witnessing during our interview the dangers seen daily on the busy street.
And I just think it caused a lot, people should be driving on State Street.
Speaking on the phone, Alder Juliana Bennett says now is an ideal time to come up with a solution that benefits everyone.
We went through the Metro Network redesign and the whole BRT thing the past couple of years. And obviously at that point, people were very adamant that they wanted the entire State Street to be a pedestrian mall. So it seems like an obvious and natural time.
A final vote on the plan should be expected sometime within the coming months. Reporting here in Madison, Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now.
And it's important to note that what has been approved by the Common Council only allows for the city staff to work with municipal departments on studying what a pedestrian mall would look like.
Up next, a new recall dog owners need to be aware of.
Plus, more than just a race, how two Wisconsin cross-country runners showed true sportsmanship at the end of a big race.
And temperatures cooling down a bit, but could we see any rain? Your complete forecast after the break.
Secure your home, add privacy, and keep your children and pets safe with one call to Revamp Fence, South Central Wisconsin's trusted source for high-quality fencing solutions. Revamp Fence installs state-of-the-art vinyl structures 5 times stronger than wood, wind, water, and fade-resistant, easy to clean and maintain, with a variety of stunning color combinations to enhance curb appeal, and backed with a lifetime warranty. Call now during our home safety event. You'll save with 50% off installation of a new fence, or choose 24 months no interest financing. Plus, receive a $250 Home Depot gift card with purchase and a bonus. Call during this program and receive a free upgrade to solar fence post cap lights. From Madison and South Central Wisconsin, call 1-800-565-5096. That's 1-800-565-5096.
One night, 4 huge events. The Bulls Bands and Barrels Tour invades the Alliant Energy Center on Saturday, September 16th, featuring bull riding, barrel racing, ultimate bullfighting, with a live performance by Riley Green. There was this girl with special guest Sam Barber. Get tickets and information at bullsbandsandbarrels.com and the Alliant Energy Center box office. The Bulls Bands and Barrels Tour, Saturday, September 16th at 7 p.m. at the Alliant Energy Center.
Here's your parachute. Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Right now, get a free footlong at Subway, like the Subway Series menu. Buy 1 footlong in the app, get 1 free. For free. That's what I'm talking about. Order in the Subway app today.
Something that is unique about Gingras, Thompson, and Walks is our history in obtaining high jury verdicts. We have seasoned veteran trial lawyers, offices throughout the state. We bring it all to bear for our clients each and every day.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
And welcome back. An important dog food recall that pet owners should know about. Mid-America Pet Food has voluntarily recalled 1 lot of its Victor Super Premium Dog Food High Pro Plus. It's over possible salmonella contamination. Now, this is what the affected product looks like. The 5-pound bags were sold at various retailers in the U.S. They have a Best Buy date of April 30th of 2024. If you have this dog food, they say you should throw it away so that pets and wildlife cannot get to it. You'll be able to give the AC a bit of a break this week. Gary now with a look at the complete forecast.
Well, we were hoping for more rain once the heat broke late yesterday. We had some showers and thunderstorms last night that mainly went to the south and to the north of us, with at least some areas getting over an inch of rain. Most of the rain this afternoon has been south and east of Madison, but there are large parts of our viewing area that haven't gotten any rain at all, or just a few sprinkles. On Doppler track, you can see how there was a narrow little line of showers and thunderstorms that swept through southeastern Wisconsin. Those have really fizzled out south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. It rained hard for a while in Janesville as the showers came through, but that was pretty much it. And now you can see across the rest of southern Wisconsin, maybe a few sprinkles, northern portions of Adams County up around Necedah. And while you can't rule out an isolated shower for this evening, 6-hour future track radar shows the spotty nature of them, and this might even be a little bit overdone. I think most areas will probably stay dry for this evening. If you see a shower, you'll have a better chance east of Madison than anything else. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. It'll be cool for tomorrow. High temperatures drop back into the upper 60s. So we go from the 90s to the 60s in just a couple of days. But it'll be dry. After this evening, we'll see dry weather for tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with the next chance of rain arriving Sunday night. And we'll see some showers likely on Monday. Not very heavy rain, but at least a pretty good chance of rain. And then a chance of showers on Tuesday, and then back to another dry period of weather. For the weekend, looking pretty nice. 78 on Saturday with mostly sunny skies, a little milder than Friday. And then for Sunday, we'll see partly sunny skies in the morning, more clouds in the afternoon, with a high temperature of 75 degrees for the Ironman itself. I mean, we're looking at a pretty nice Ironman overall. Temperatures mid-50s when the swimmers start out in the early morning hours. The bikers through the morning into early afternoon, temperatures up around 70 by noon. And then late afternoon for the marathoners, maybe a little warm, 74 degrees, but we'll start to see a little more cloud cover at that point. Not looking for any rain, and the wind should be generally pretty light. Weather track shows these showers and isolated thunderstorms around an area of low pressure aloft to our north and west. Notice the winds flatten out behind the system. Once we get rid of the clouds, we'll see some dry weather because there's just not a lot of moisture coming up from the south. And we could certainly use the rain. The first cold front has barreled through. That came through last night. The second one touched off that little narrow line of showers and thunderstorms. But you can see to the north and west, temperatures do turn a little bit cooler. The showers are back in the cool air, so the air really not all that humid, and so we're not looking at a lot of rain. But notice ahead of the front, temperatures still in the lower to middle 70s. Behind the front, they're in the 60s, and parts of far northern Wisconsin up near Lake Superior are in the 50s. Notice the dew points, though. Mid-60s here. Notice how it dries out to the north and west. Once we get rid of the clouds tomorrow, we're looking for dry weather with nighttime low temperatures dropping into the lower 50s by the end of the week. Planning your night, upper 50s for tonight, mostly cloudy skies, 58 for the low in Middleton, 59 in Windsor, 58 for the low temperature in Dalyville, across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 62 in Janesville, 60 in Monroe, and 59 for the overnight low temperature in Baraboo. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies, cooler, maybe a little sunshine late in the day with a high temperature of 69. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast. More sunshine gets us up to 73 Friday, Saturday sunny, 78, and then Sunday partly sunny with a high of 75. Shower thunderstorm chance Sunday night. Showers likely on Monday with a high of 70. Upper 60s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe a chance of a shower on Tuesday, but Wednesday will be dry. And then notice dry weather with a warming trend, highs in the mid-70s into next weekend.
Gary, thank you. Meanwhile, in northern Wisconsin, 2 Stevens Point cross-country runners are being applauded for helping an opponent finish in second place when he had nothing left in the tank.
Dominique O'Neill shares their story and how their courage during competition shows the character they possess means even more than the race.
Spash sophomore Cooper Erickson wasn't expecting to get a great life lesson during a cross-country race. That lesson came last Friday when a runner from Marquette, Michigan was headed towards finishing a race in second place, lost his footing, and fell before the finish line.
It was me and Ethan in the moment, but any Spash runner would have done that.
Erickson says it all happened so fast in the blink of an eye.
It didn't really sink in until after, when my mom came up and told me.
But before crossing the finish line, Cooper, along with junior Ethan Olds, went back to the Marquette runner who fell and helped him up and across the finish line.
It just felt like a really heartfelt and joyous moment.
It was mostly just instincts. I had run next to him all race, and here at Spash, we love to give great respect to guys that give it their all. And that's exactly what the Marquette kid did. He gave it his all, just fell up, just came 10 feet short. And I just thought he deserved to finish that race.
While the Stevens Point cross-country team has won many state championships, including last season, the runners who make up their teams are all winners.
We consistently build great runners, but we also build way better men. And that's what we strive to do.
We know that all the competitors worked so hard to get there, and he worked so hard and put his entire race on the line with that final stretch, and I'm just glad we were able to help him out.
And that was Dominique O'Neill reporting. Both Erickson and Olds say they hope to repeat as state champions this year.
And coming up in sports, revenge is a dish best served cold. Why Wisconsin can't wait to get to Washington State and avenge last year's Week 2 loss. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Did you get hit with big energy bills this summer? You aren't alone, and we want to help. Because if your house was hot this summer, it's going to be cold this winter, and heating and cooling is by far the biggest energy user in your home. That's why our foam insulation is such a great investment. Our best offer of the year just ended August 31st. But to help you get ready for winter, we're going to extend it until September 22nd. When we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
You need to lend a helping
up, just know that we're always there.
Dean Health Plan by Medica. Right here with you.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, you know what a life-changing experience it can be. What you may not know is that trucking law is extremely complex. We have a powerful team with the knowledge and resources needed to win. Don't wait. Call Gruber Law Offices today. We have a history of top-notch results and over 35 years of winning for injured people. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Schedule your comprehensive eye exam at shopko.com or bring in your outside prescription.
It all comes down to the final drive. News 3 Now brings you the big play highlights and scores from Southern Wisconsin high school football action. Don't miss the final drive. Fridays on News 3 Now at 10.
Week 2 last season was a huge letdown for the Badgers. Wisconsin outgained Washington State by nearly 150 yards and lost by 3 at home. It's a memory this group hasn't forgotten. The Cougars dancing on the W and singing their fight song. Now fast forward to this year, UW has an opportunity to return the favor. And it's safe to say they can't wait for Saturday night.
We're disappointed. I think that, there's a lot of things that we, could control that didn't go our way. Obviously, kudos to them. They made it tough on us, defensively, and they finished the game as well. So it's a whole new game. It's a whole new season, a whole new opportunity.
I remember them storming the field and jumping on the W. Like I said, very excited to go to their house and make things right again.
And for more Badger coverage, tune into this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Braylon Allen and I look back at the win over Buffalo, preview the Washington State game, and much more. The show airs every Friday night at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. The Wisconsin volleyball team has seen its share of tough tests already this season. Through 5 matches, the Badgers have gone up against 4 teams ranked in the top 25, including 3 last week. This week, though, the competition is not as stiff. UW hosts Arizona and Miami, 2 teams that are unranked. But just because there's no number in front of their opponent doesn't mean Kelly Sheffield's squad is going to take them lightly.
Players that have been here for a few years, that they're kind of used to, every week has some things at stake. We've got 2 home matches against Arizona and Miami, like you said, and those are pretty good programs with pretty good coaches. I think we'll be where we need to be.
Rubber match between the Brewers and Pirates. The Crew jumped out to a 3-run lead, but then watched the Pirates score the next 5, including 2 in the 7th that gave them the lead and some insurance. And to add insult to injury, Gary's Cubs won today, so the lead in the NL Central is down to 1.5 games. Gary, we're not going to talk about it. We're not talking about it.
They won last night with me there. I was on a 4-game losing streak.
The gods are looking down on your Cubs right now, Gary.
And he was there.
I know, especially with him there.
Right?
Yeah, that usually doesn't work out. You can see the narrow line of showers and thunderstorms falling apart in southeastern Wisconsin. 6-hour future track radar shows perhaps a couple more showers popping up this evening, mainly east of Madison. Otherwise, look for dry conditions starting tomorrow and lasting into the weekend.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.